Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players, and Tesh Ordo here. Today, I'm going to talk about Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commando and how to mod them. Now, normally you wouldn't really mod Gar Saxon because for the longest time, he's kind of had a garbagey kit. Okay, let's put it this way. It's a solid kit, but it's outclassed by so much other stuff that it's down there because you can't get away with the kit. Because nowadays, almost every, here's an example. Here's a leadership. There's so much more stuff in it. That's what it is. Now, I digress. I will say they missed the ball on Gar Saxon a little bit. They should give him some stats to share between Dark Side Mandos, or just Mandos, maybe a little bit more for Dark Side Mandos, and then Imperials in his unique, and then maybe added the Mandalorian tag here. But I digress. But I just want to talk about to get the most effective use of Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commando with their mods. Now, a lot of the times you can probably say, because they do a lot of damage hitting, you can run offense. Great option. Great option. Downside is, if you cannot hit, an out of turn attack, because you're stuck behind a stun, or daze, it's game over. You can't do nothing. Because the Imperial Super Commando recently had added dealing additional true damage, and recovering protection. You can't do that if you can't assist or attack out of turn. And Maul lead, or even Gar Saxon lead under in 3v3, you could get away with quite a bit of things. But yeah, the thing I would say is run Tenacity on both of them. Just because Tenacity, I know the second modding tips for character in my series is Tenacity based. Again, Wampa, now these. But it's just because they counter. Like, this guy had 65% chance to counter, now he has 100%. He's going to counter a lot. So you want health protection here. It don't matter on that one. It does help with protection because he's going to recover more of it. So either or. Tenacity, unless you've watched my Wampa video, then you could probably get away with maybe offense if you have enough tenacity through secondaries to do this. But I would say Tenacity, number one. You can also get away with Potency. Like I said, if you have enough tenacity, I'd say 150% plus tenacity, then you could get away with running Potency here, so that you can boost your chances to inflict debuffs between the basic and then the buff immunity on the unique. The special. As you see here, I actually want offense here, because he's an attacker. Let's boost his offense. He's going to attack out of turn a lot. It's so fun to see a character that's the last character standing. They do an AoE. There's two characters dazed, Candace and Django. But Gar Saxon and Super Commando are not. They just sit there, assist and then they kill him. So it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But offense does help him, because it says it's additional true damage on top of the damage. So it still helps to have offense. I actually went offense here. You could get speed. Speed's okay. I would say it still wouldn't hurt to get to 250 plus speed, but that's just, for me right now, that's going to be tricky just because of how mods are rolling for me right now. 15, 20, not bad, 17. So he's a work in progress. Later on down the road, I'll step back to him, see if I can roll a couple of stats and increase, leave him for a bit, and then come back and see it do it again. Because I'm still working on some other characters right now. But yeah, you want him to assist, but you also want to do damage. And that's why I went the route that I did. Again, Tenacity number one, Potency number two, offense number three on the cross. Gar Saxon, he's your tank. However, depending on the team, if you fight a Gen Master Kenobi team, especially one that has crappy ones, you don't have to worry about General Skywalker or some of these other Padme, because they use them in other teams, you can get away with, no, actually, no, you can't get away with it. You want Jango Fett to be tankier, because he does get some, but you do get some stats to Gar Saxon through him, through Super Commando, but it still doesn't hurt to make him tanky, because he's your next tank in line. between the two. So, again, tenacity. You want this one is more you want survivability. You have a I could have put protection there, but it's okay. Protection. I put in health. Yeah, got him high tenacity, high durability, because you still want him to survive. You want him to survive and hit hard. So that's the one. That is where you kind of want to build Gar Saxon. So protection probably better because he stacks protection better. I have a dog walking through. Protection's better because he stacks protection through his mastery, so it doesn't hurt to get that. Plus the recovery through Super Commando, really nice. Tenacity number 1, potency number 2, protection number 3. Protection. I would have gone protection here, but I went health just because it's the arrow I had, and it gave me the decent amount of tenacity and gave me some okay speed. Maybe I'll eventually move that to another character, but I think it's solid right there for now. So, but that's how I would mod Gar Saxon. And the reason, and there's some unique reasons. So in 5v5, man, I gotta go back so many times, goodness. This is the team you run 5v5. Maul and these guys. Great team. It beats Jedi Master Kenobi. That's a solid. I've done some videos. I might even do a few more videos, but like it defeats Jedi Master Kenobi. It defeats quite a few teams now. Unfortunately, it doesn't defeat a lot more because they, made it to where Wat Tambor can't join in, can't be an honorary Mandalorian. That's okay, actually. And lore-wise, I wouldn't want Wat Tambor anyways. There, he ruined my boy Echo. And Echo, I'd be more supportive to being Mandalorian than him, just because he has Mandalorian blood. Jingo. But if you don't have Maul, and you're kind of mid-tier, but you still worked on these guys, so you're getting close to unlocking Maul, this is kind of a team back wall you could probably throw on defense. They all just counter chance and stuff like that. They all counter. Super Commando Gar Saxon could do their little thing and knock out some characters, throw on fractures. Yeah, there you go. There's some random Imperials. But I just want to mention 3v3. I would probably say do not use Maul with these two, because you lose a lot of benefits with Cander's being in there. And you want Super Commando Gar Saxon to be together because of the synergies with the rework. So you could still keep Bo-Katan in that team with Cander's and Maul. However, you can run Gar Saxon lead. Now, there's not a third Mandalorian, but here's some options to play with. A lot of tank options, even the new Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, Royal Guard, Shore Trooper, Ninth Sister. Royal Guard and Ninth Sister have some taunts that can be annoying, so they can get in the way. Shore Trooper heals, recovers protection. There's a lot of synergies. If you look into their kits, you're like, okay, these are some really solid things. I've actually gotten some holds. 3 to 5 holds on some Grand Arenas because I put him back wall with Royal Guard. Royal Guard counters, he has a chance to stun. Then they do their little counter assisting shenanigans. It throws people off because they're like, oh, I can just throw a low tier team, and it gets them. It snags them. They have to use a higher tier team. I think one of my battles they actually wasted a GL on it. Back wall, wasted a GL on just to beat it. If you can waste a GL with this team, solid. I do have Third Sister in here because if you're one of those people that do have Third Sister, but you don't have the rest of the Inquisitorius, it has a home. Lord Vader's probably better for it, but it has a home. It's a home. It's tanky. And then some other non-tanks you could use. I threw Lord Vader in here just for the heck of it. It's like, whatever, throw him in there. Lord Vader countering would be cool. And then those other two assisting. Moff Gideon. And Lord Vader could probably also, I might actually do that, where once he's like under like gear 11, up to gear 12 range, I'll probably throw him in his own, on that team, and then I'll build him up into his own team eventually. And at least in 3v3, not 5v5. Yeah. But aside from that, sorry for the dog bark in the back, but thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below, how would you use your Gar Saxon Super Commando in 3v3, as well as in 5v5, and how would you mod him? I personally would, again, suggest Tenacity. Thank you for watching. Have a phenomenal day.